First of all, ladies and gentlemen, can I welcome you on behalf of the Hayden family to Haden Hall. A house which I hope you'll agree by the end of your tour will prove to be one of the most haunted houses in England. Within the walls of this hall are the memories of treachery, denial, death and murder. Stories which you may think, no. But I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, they are all true. So come with me into another world and experience people, events which linger within these walls. A house is innocent until the shadow of darkness crosses her doors and her rooms become memories of sorrow. Haden Hall is certainly one of those houses, and it's a house where happiness never lingers. Haden Hall is certainly one of these houses where happiness never lingers. This room is known as the banqueting hall, and it is this room where a sad, pitiful child is seen on numerous occasions by visitors. It is said that he seeks comfort and protection from his untimely death when he was pushed from an upstairs window believed to be in this very room. Another room above, which is associated with this tragic tale, is the one where the boy was taken after his fall, bleeding and dying. And it is said that many people experience the sad sight of this lonely child, except this time it is accompanied by a smell of death, decay. Many people who have experienced this smell have left the hall immediately and they've never returned. Haden Hall is a house which has never known happiness. Its walls have only known tragedy. One story of unhappiness is the one relating to Eliza Hayden, who was the last of the true Hayden family. Eliza was the daughter of John Hayden, the last male Hayden heir, and his wife Mary Kendrick. Now, John Hayden was 65 years of age when he married the young 19-year-old Mary. But despite their age gap, the marriage proved a very happy one. And 12 months after their marriage, a daughter was born, Eliza. Tragically, John Hayden died when his young daughter was only 6 years of age. And when she was 11, her mother went on to marry for a second time to the young curate of Raleigh Church, the Reverend George Bars. Now, no one really knows what the relationship was between stepdaughter and stepfather, but there are many people who say that the relationship wasn't a happy one, especially as George Bars wanted his own two sons to eventually inherit the Hayden estate. Eliza never married. It was said that she was prevented from marrying by her stepfather. Eliza lived a life of loneliness in this house until she died at the age of 86, a virtual recluse. Staying in a bedroom, looking out the window and wondering perhaps what life should have been for her. Since Eliza's death, many people have experienced the sight of an elderly lady looking forlorn out of her window across the park. Another well-known ghost story relating to Haden Hall is that of a lady called Mary Kendrick. Now, Mary Kendrick was the mother to Mary Hayden, who was the wife of John Hayden and mother to Eliza, the last of the Haydens. Now, Elizabeth Kendrick spent all her life living with her daughter here at Haden Hill. And it's said that she spent the last days of her life in a rocking chair by the side of the fireplace, looking carefully into the flames to perhaps another lifetime. After Elizabeth Kendrick died, many people have experienced an old lady sitting by the fireplace. This room is known as the new kitchen, and this kitchen was built over an original courtyard. Now, it's said that the floor of the kitchen is actually hollow, and that beneath here is an underground passage which stretches from the house all the way down to Hay Sitch. And the passage below is always associated with one of our most famous ghost stories, Helena and the Monk. And it was said that in the passage below, that the monk was actually walled up alive. And there's many people, as they walk around the park today, say that they see not only a lady in white, but also a monk. If you wander around the park, you might see Eleanor forlornly lost, looking for her lover. After her lover's death, Eleanor eventually was allowed to wander around the fields that she loved so much. But tragically, she refused to eat. And as the days passed into months, and even into a year, Eleanor became weaker and weaker until eventually she died. And her spirit wanders on through the centuries looking for her dead lover. It is at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that I bid you farewell. And I hope that you've enjoyed meeting people, hearing events of past days, months and years. The experience you take away with you, I hope you'll remember for the rest of your lives. And when you come again, maybe, just maybe, you will hear a small child, you will see an elderly lady, and you will see a lady in white with her lover, monk, walking through time immortal.